I ask you, how do you think this conversation has flowed?
Should it be flowing?
You're unresponsive. I'm going to ask you again. How do you think this conversation has flowed? It has flowed.
Oh my god, bro.
Smooth as water.
All right. If you
We are back at it again with another video. It's your boy George and Roddy Bo. And look, man, if this is your first time watching this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on your left hand side of your screen. Tap that button so that you're able to get a notification for the next time we do a video. So let's get right to it, y'all.
Galaxy G J7 Star, what's going on? Galaxy,
Hello.
what do you got for me?
Hello.
Yes, what do you got for me?
Oh,
Come
okay.
on, man.
Didn't know if you could hear me. So, I wanted to ask,
Okay.
cause cause I see there's like a kind of a double standard with this.
All
Is
right.
what's the difference between a man being like aggressive
Mm-hmm.
and in their feelings?
Um, intent. Intent.
Elaborate.
Well, do you know what intent means?
Yes, I do know what intent means. It's
I'm
to
not trying to
have
be fun. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to. So, what do you think I'm saying when I say intent?
either what you know or what how you feel.
Let's look up the word intent to make sure we're on the same page. Okay. Intent definition. Purpose. The purpose of why you say what you say. When you're being aggressive or if you're in your feelings, it's all about intent. Oftentimes, when someone is in their feelings, is because they are trying to demean, undercut, undermine, shut up, stifle. There's a negative. There's something negative versus being aggressive and just trying necessarily to prove your point. You're in your feelings because that's just what you start doing. You start speaking with words like "I feel" versus "I know." You're not advocating for a position. You're trying to overwhelm someone with emotion. You ever have a you ever have a mom and you ask a mom, can I, mom, can I, mom? Then there's a level when your mom would yell, to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's in that level. She was overwhelming your reactions with her emotion. That was her way of saying, say something else in its own. Oftentimes, that's what people want to do when they're in their
It's
feelings.
talking. It's talking. It's talking to you instead of talking at you.
It can be that, but it's seeking to shut something down. So you can aggressively defend your point, but you're trying to move the ball further. When people get in their emotions, they're trying to stop. It's another way of deflecting. Okay, what else? What else do you have for me?
So you did a video in the past about lone wolves,
Yes.
and okay, so I have a different take on that subject.
How old are you?
I am 28.
28. Did you go to college?
Yes, I'm still going to college.
You're still going to college. How long you been in college?
I've been in college 2 years.
Okay. What'd you do for the 8 years after you graduated?
What's the relevance of?
You're asking me questions. I'm asking you questions. I don't know you.
Okay. Uh,
Galaxy G Star 7. What's the difference?
the same, the, the same reason. I don't know. Most other people do. Live young, live life, and
I'm just trying to understand who I'm talking to. You've been in college for the last 2 years. So what I'm trying to understand is you saying you have a different opinion, and I'm trying to understand what this opinion is based on.
I'm gonna say something real quick,
experience.
bro. I'm gonna say something real quick, bro. We gotta stop normalizing going to college right after high school, bro.
Some people like him, you feel me? I'm not saying you gotta wait till you 28, but you feel me? Like some people is gonna waste their time at college because they don't know what they're trying to do. You feel me?
But
So if you don't have any insight of what you're trying to do, and you don't know what you're trying to achieve in later in life with your degree, why waste all that cash? It's just you just idly going by, just wasting time getting a degree.
but if that is the case, you gotta be making sure that you're actually doing something. With
That's
your
true
life.
too.
You gotta be working, finding
You
new
don't think he was
things.
working?
Looking up. I'm just
You
saying,
talking Missouri?
I'm just talking in general. I don't know what this guy was doing, but in general, if you're just gonna be out of college, at least look up videos, do research on what path you want to go about, so that when you do start college, or if you do start your career, whatever it may be, you actually know for sure that's something that you want to do, so you're not wasting your time. So with this guy, I don't know what he was doing for those years, but we'll see what he says when he
It don't really
tells
matter to
Kevin.
me.
Yeah.
As long as if he was working, I'm pretty sure he was working. As long as you feel me, you go back to college, it shouldn't be a timetable for it. So you shouldn't. You say, what was you doing for them 8 years?
But
if you working,
but
you feel me, and you're trying to actively plan accordingly for your future, and you happen to find, because you can't put a timetable on inspiration. Inspiration can hit you at any time.
But that is a long gap, though.
8 years?
That's a long gap.
He's 28, bro. He could still go to college.
Yes, but I'm saying out of high school, that's a long gap to be deciding what you're gonna do with your life.
I mean, it is a long gap,
Come
but like
on.
I said, inspiration comes at any time, bro. So if he didn't
Yeah.
know what he was trying to do from 18 to 28, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
If he didn't know, I'm saying he's still trying to figure it out, though. He's still planning accordingly. He's trying to, you
No,
feel
no,
me?
no, no, no. Somebody taking 8 years to figure out what they're trying to do with their life, they not really focused, bro.
So, but this is what I'm telling you right here. It takes you. People spend their whole lives not knowing what they want to do in their life. They just going through the motions.
Well, stop
Right.
going through the motions and figure it out.
It's easier said than done, bro.
For 8 years?
Bro, can I ask you a question?
Go
Do you
ahead,
think
bro.
if people honestly knew what they wanted to do from jump, they wouldn't achieve that goal and start planning accordingly? It's hard to find what you're passionate about and try to monopolize that or monetize that to make money.
Some people are lazy, bro.
For sure.
So
and if
that's-
you one
so
of them
that-
people that
so
are
that comes
lazy,
into effect.
but I don't know. I can't speak because I don't know what the rest of the video.
No.
But all I'm saying is, sometimes inspiration doesn't just hit you at 18.
8 years, bro. It shouldn't take that long.
You can't. Who are you to judge how long it should take someone?
Okay, should it take 8 years for you to decide what you want to do? I'm talking about 8 years of you just chilling. Come on, bro.
I'm not saying I don't agree. Listen to me right now. I do not agree with you chilling. If you just chilling, you don't have no job. You're not actively trying to pursue something. Not actively trying to do some research, like he said, to find your passion. If it doesn't happen in 8 years, it doesn't happen in 8 years. That being said, I don't recommend you wait 8 years, but you shouldn't automatically just go to college and waste your money if you're not passionate about something.
Not at all.
And even if you don't find that inspiration, you can still go to college. I guess you should still go to college. But I understand you having reluctancy to go to college. You feel me?
Oh yeah, definitely. But don't be waiting 8 years to.
I still don't think you should put a timetable on.
Bruh, yes, 8 years is a long time.
That
to
is a long
not
time.
to not know what you're gonna do, because I know there has to be within those 8 years. That is a lot of time for you to be able to have some meditation with yourself, do some research on different careers, find out what your passion is. That's more than enough time. So if you're not able to figure that out, you have to put some pep in your step, because 8 years is way.
8 years
too
is
long.
a long time, though.
Come on now.
It is a long time.
And that's what I'm trying to gauge is your experience.
Okay.
Have you been out in the work world?
Okay.
Yes or
My
no?
position.
Have you been in the work world?
Work world, socially, just
Okay, in the work world from 18 to 26, did you manage or supervise anybody, or did you just have a job?
no.
Which one is it?
Didn't manage nobody.
Okay, so you disagree with me. Go ahead.
Okay. So so the thing is that people, it's not like So lone wolves don't become lone wolves. People don't wake up in the morning and say like, okay, well, I'm just going to do stuff by myself. It's a reaction that they have to other people.
Hold on. Do we get to
It
choose what happens to us?
no, we don't get. But see,
Hold on, hold on.
I'm
What do we get
just
to choose?
we get to choose how we act.
Right. So being lone wolf is a reaction. It's not a reaction. It's a choice by
No,
logic. By logic, logically speaking, it's a choice.
you can say that it's a
I,
choice,
no, 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 sir, no, 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 sir.
but that
No, sir,
doesn't.
no, sir, no, sir. You just said it's a choice. You said becoming a lone wolf is a reaction, and I said, do we get to choose what happens to us? You said no. I said, what do we get to choose? You said how we respond. I said, so responding by becoming a lone wolf is a reaction or a choice? It's a choice. Logically, it's a choice. Simple logic.
But it's not simple logic
It's
because
simple logic.
you're
We don't,
over.
Galaxy, we do not argue, men do not argue simple logic. It's 2 + 2 is 4. Women argue logic. This is where you'll start getting in your feelings.
It's not in my
This is
feelings. It's
where you
based
get
on
in your
It's
feelings.
based on
This is
experience.
where you get in your feelings. Logic is not up for debate. 2 + 2 is 4.
Okay,
Reacting by becoming a lone
okay,
wolf is a choice.
okay. So you're just gonna act like that
No,
people.
I'm not
Um,
going to act like anything. We're not going to move any
but
further.
that's the fact
We're
that
not going to
people.
move, we're not going to
I'm
move any
not.
further
I'm not.
until we're
I'm
not
not.
going, we're not going to move any further until we can agree that you can choose to react and become a lone wolf, but you also have to acknowledge it is a choice.
Sure.
Sure.
However. However.
There's no however, because like that's just like saying but, and that's just like saying fuck you. And that's like saying everything you that's negates everything you previously said. Now you're in your feelings. Are we going to talk like men? Are we going to talk, or you want to do this in your feelings thing? Because if so, we can stop.
As men, we're mutually talking fact
No, the fact of the matter is choosing to become a lone wolf is a choice that you can make.
from a response. Yes,
That is, who gets to pick that response?
other people,
How
because
can
other
other people?
That doesn't make any sense. He's saying that
I can't even follow this. Bro.
he's
I don't know
saying
what he's
basically
saying.
he's saying that lone wolves are lone wolves. First, he said lone wolves are lone wolves because
Define a lone wolf for the people, if you can.
a lone wolf is someone that is not really socially
They're
active.
independent. They're just independent. Say that.
Yeah, they're independent. They're not
Independent.
socially active. They're not around a lot of people. They just like to do everything themselves. So what he is saying is people are lone wolves because of a reaction from people. But that reaction may be positive, it may be negative, it may be in the middle. Regardless of what that reaction is, you still have a choice, like Kevin was saying, to act upon that response. And then he said that that the lone wolf doesn't have a choice and that it's on the people, but it comes down to yourself. Any lone wolf out there, anybody that's by themselves, for the most part, they're choosing to be by themselves because they don't really want that interaction with people. They may be shy, they may have social anxiety. It's a lot of things that may come into play. But with this guy, it seems like he's making a lot of excuses. He's confused. He's literally like just all over the place. Because I didn't even know. I just found out actually that social anxiety is like a huge thing too, bro.
I'm already knowing.
Yeah,
Anxiety is
yeah.
real.
How can other people pick your response?
it's not the response; it's the
How can,
reaction
how
to
can
the
other
situation.
people pick your response? Pick your emotion. You get to pick. You can choose to become a lone wolf or you can choose to not become a lone wolf. I mean, are we really arguing the point that you get to choose?
It's not what
It's
people
not?
choose. It's not. That's not what I'm arguing about.
Well, no, but that's the point we have to agree on, or else there's
But
nothing to go further.
Well, I had a that's not what why I'm arguing about. Not arguing, but that's not why I'm stating my position about this. That's not.
Oh, bless this guy's heart,
Okay,
bro.
so
Simmer
so
smack.
aside from Lone Wolf, uh awkward people, socially awkward people, right?
Oh, fuck, bro.
Socially awkward people have to be in social situations to change, right? When they choose to.
Is there a question there?
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, there's a question there.
Please restate. I didn't understand.
When people who are socially awkward choose to step out of their comfort zone, they have to be in social situations to do that, right?
You know, you don't have to do anything.
I'm confused
I am too.
because
I don't understand what you're asking. When socially awkward people choose to step out of their comfort zone, they have to be in social situations. Life
Yeah.
is a life is a social life is a social situation.
more than what life provides, though.
Please get to the ultimate point. I got other people. You're
The
not making
ultimate
any,
point.
you're not making any sense, and there are 473 people
The-
listening. You're not
Okay,
making any sense.
the ultimate point is the cycle
Are you socially awkward?
He has to be.
the cycle
Are
repeats.
you socially awkward?
I never doubted. I said I
Okay.
was speaking from experience. I'm not
Okay, so you're
telling
socially
somebody.
awkward. How do you think this conversation has flowed? Do you think there's been a flow, or it's been disconnected and choppy?
I think there was a lot of questions asked.
I ask you, how do you think this conversation has flowed?
Should it be flowing?
You're unresponsive. I'm going to ask you again. How do you think this conversation has flowed? It has flowed.
Oh my God, bro.
Smooth as water.
All right. If you honestly believe it has flowed smooth as water, it explains why you're in the position you're in now.
No, it does not.
Yes, it honestly does.
No,
You're,
it does
you're a
not.
socially awkward, sarcastic asshole, and that's cool. That's why no one likes you.
Well, it's different.
I don't have that problem.
Oh,
Okay, if we speak
I'm,
of something,
I'm sitting here trying to talk to you, and I ask you a simple question, and you get defensive. Go back and look in the chat room. You may be a witty,
Bro, it's
now,
funny
bro.
as hell.
Now we all know this
This is the
conversation
funniest one,
has
bro. I
not
don't
been
care.
going smooth.
It has not. I will say that. It's very stagnant. It's very. There's a lot of pauses, awkward pauses in there.
You
you
can't even
feel
answer
me?
a question.
But I think like this though. Do you think I'm asking you? I'm gonna present you with a question. You feel me? Would you say Kev is not socially awkward? He's able to speak clearly and able to basically express himself.
Definitely.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Boom.
100%.
That being said, since the other bruh, Galaxy, you gotta change your name too, bruh. You can't go into the workplace too. This is a side note. You can't go into the workplace calling yourself Galaxy, bruh. G7 star. That's
That's a childish mindset, bro.
it's not even child. It's just, even if that's your real name, like
His
it just looks a type of way, like on some porn shit or like some, you feel me?
That's some Game Boy type stuff. Like,
It's just like a porn name. That's a porn name. You feel me? Like, anyway though, as the person who is not socially awkward, you know what I'm saying, and he can express himself coherently and use some words to basically get communication through. Do you think he has an obligation?
Smooth as water.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Do you think he has an obligation to, I don't want to say help him, but be mindful of that and try to, you feel me, help the conversation flow a little bit better?
Yes, but he can only do so much if the guy is
An idiot.
and he's not responding. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to flow with the conversation himself. So if he's fighting back, Kevin can only do so much. You feel me?
I feel you. You feel me? I ain't.
He
This
playing-
bruh's. I
he-
can't.
he-
Usually I
he's
be
here-
on trying to. You feel me?
He's
but I
here
can't
to help,
today.
but he can only do so much when the dude's coming into play and he's being a dick about it.
I got a question for you, then.
You feel me?
He said, boom. He talked about earlier in the video. Men should not react off of emotion. Do you think he's being emotional right now and being a little bit upset and flustered? He's not remaining calm.
Oh yeah,
He calling him out of his. So don't you think that's what I'm saying? Does he have is he contradicting himself right now? Shouldn't he be? You feel me? A little bit more Luke. Shouldn't he be a little bit more calm headed? Because right now he's progressively getting more and more angered right now in the situation. Is he not being in his feelings? Come on, keep it plain. No. There's no. Is he? As the video has progressed, he's constantly and progressively gotten a little bit more angry and irate.
He's not angry. He's gotten frustrated.
Come on, bro. Either way,
Yeah, of course someone's gonna get frustrated if you're not responding.
It's not.
But once he gets to the point where he's angry, he just kicks him off.
He's been progressively getting more
Frustrated.
though.
Yeah.
And it's been expressed and implemented throughout the way he's speaking to him, though.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So but he's saying you can't be emotional, right? That's his whole point, right?
But he's not raising his voice. He's not.
You ain't gotta raise your voice to get angry. And
I'm saying
he's calling him out of his. He called him a sarcastic asshole.
That's because how he was acting.
That's true though. But listen though, what I'm saying to you is, do you think he's, you feel me, using emotion? Is he reacting in an emotional way? That's all my question is.
I don't think he's reacting in an emotional way.
So what is he doing?
Just reacting. He stays calm. We've never seen Kevin so far where he's really gotten angry or gotten out of character.
Do you think? I'm saying like, does frustration equate to if you basically are using not vulgar language, but if you're calling someone out of their name, calling them
all right, let's do this. Let's go to where you get defensive. If you get to a point where you get defensive, then
you start using verbiage that's going to basically with the intent to take a little bit of short jabs. My thing is, as the host and as the moderator, do you think he should be taking those jabs at people?
I don't think it's more so jabs. I think it's him just stating the facts.
I think both things can be true. You can state facts, but also take jabs at people.
Funny person to yourself. I ask you simple, basic questions that you could not answer. We want to argue logic. And at the end of the day, you're the socially awkward one in college at 28 years old who can't even answer basic questions about who he is. And then I ask you to reframe a question 3 times and it still makes no sense. Interactions with human beings are not supposed to be this contentious. No one likes to sit around and deal with an asshole, especially an asshole who's socially awkward who thinks he's funny. That may work on with your action figures and your comic books, but it doesn't work in the world.
And it usually isn't, Mr. Samuels.
Well, let me ask you, so you've been socially awkward. How's your love life?
Those aren't the same.
How's your love life?
They're not.
Do you have a girlfriend?
But you act like those
are.
Do
you have a girlfriend?
I'm not being defensive, but those.
Do you have a girlfriend? This is my show. I get to ask the questions. Do you have a girlfriend?
But you're asking that just.
I'm asking. Do you have a girlfriend? So you don't have. So you're unresponsive. He has no girlfriend. Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Oh.
Okay. Are you currently sexually active, or have you ever been sexually active?
Oh, great.
Excuse me?
You're using.
Are you a virgin? I asked these questions to everybody else before you.
Yes, but you do
No. I asked these questions to everyone else before you. Please answer the question. Are you a virgin or no? Yes or no?
Sure.
All right. You can either answer the question or you can leave.
Yes.
You're a virgin.
Oh,
all right.
Shoot, bro.
Is that something you're proud of?
I'm not proud of that.
Okay, well then, so what is your purpose for calling? Is it to debate with me about how there's nothing wrong and this is natural or normal, or that you need some help?
I didn't say that.
So what is your purpose of you being here? Do you need some help with something, or do you want to justify why you're here? I don't care if you're okay. If you're happy with your situation, knock yourself out. But what's your point? What's your point?
My point is there's a cycle that continues.
Right.
And though
you get to pick it.
Yes. We can pick
You can pick it. You can pick. You can be becoming a lone wolf. You can pick to break the cycle. You can pick to address your issues. I don't care about how you got where you got. I care about what you're doing about it.
But that matters
No, it
because
doesn't. No, it
unless
doesn't. No, 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 no. See, that's the difference. It matters to you. To the rest of us in the world, we don't give a shit.
and why wouldn't it?
Because
Not
we don't have to care about why your shit is your shit. We got our own stuff. We don't have to
yeah,
worry. No, no, no. Let me explain something to you. People don't have to understand why you're fucked up. People only care about how you're fucked up affects them. Human beings are selfish. You know you're fucked up. I know I'm fucked up. It's our responsibility to address our issues. People who expect other people to make allowances for them, to accept them and say, well, he's fucked up. That's what your family does.
let
That's
me
what
give you a clue.
no, let me go ahead.
Nobody,
Let me go ahead.
nobody,
Let me go.
nobody that
Yeah, I'll give you a clue. Socially awkward. I'm not gonna argue with a socially awkward 28-year-old virgin who wants to tell me it's the world's problem. Knock yourself out, brother.
Do you think what Kevin did, based on the whole conversation, do you think it was a positive or a negative reaction, or a negative result will come as a result of that? You feel me? Like, do you think he helped him, or do you think he stagnated his potential to grow?
In this situation, the dude that called did not come with a direct question.
I'm asking you a question though. You answering my question. Just
Yeah.
Do you think he helped him, or do you think he hurt him? If you had to choose between the two, based off that conversation, everything we heard, do you think he helped him more, or did he help her as a socially awkward individual? And I believe he does do help outside of this with the people that he speaks to, correct? So do you think he helped him or hurted him as a socially awkward person?
Well, he didn't help him, so just hurted him.
There you go. Okay, there we go, brother. Yes, sir. We wanted that.
But you have to, but you can't answer it like that because.
No. That's how he does it all the time. It's either yes or no. It's either high or low. It's either black or white. It's no in between. And that's where I'd be trying to go into them gray spaces.
But okay,
that's what I'd be getting.
Okay. Let me ask you this then: can you help a person that doesn't want to listen? Yes or no?
Nope.
So in that case, what he can't do in that situation? He didn't want to listen.
Yeah, but
no.
Yeah,
no buts. Just like you told me.
Yes or no? Okay. Boom. Okay. If I was to play devil's advocate.
No devil's advocate.
Okay, then that's it then, bro.
Come on, that's now. It. You got to play both ways. Because if he's not willing to listen, how in the world is Kevin supposed to help? So if he's not going to help him, then it's either yes or no. So of course it's just going to be no. He didn't help him.
I understand, and I definitely agree with you for that. But we both agreed that it hurt him. We also agreed that the dude didn't really come in to get the purpose of it.
He didn't come in to help.
Let me say this though. Regardless of all that, right? Let me say this. I'm gonna do a metaphor analysis for you just to make it plain, right? Let's say you got a parent and you got a child, right? The child, let me think of it real quick. Hold on. Cut it right here. I have the analogy in my head. Give me 1 second, bro. How did I go? You can. I got it. So we back to it. We got a parent and a child, right? The child wants to do what he wants to do, despite of the negative or the positive results of what he chooses of his actions. He still wants to do what he wants to do. As the parent and as the overseer, as the wiser individual, you know the outcomes of the actions that he chooses, whether that be good or bad, right? Mm. So, even though the child does not want to listen, do you think it's still necessary for the parent to come in as the overseer, as the wiser individual, to help the person, even if the child does not want to be helped at all?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so in that same analogy, since Kevin is the wiser individual, he is not socially awkward. Despite if the guy wants to listen or not, he should have tried to help him more rather than end the call. If he is the host and he's talking about, I'm a coach, I'm a stuff like, as a coach, the coach doesn't just leave you high and dry even though he knows you don't know what you're talking about. A coach's job is to help you in that space, because that's your job. That's what you do as a coach, right?
Yes, but okay. If you are in a situation like Kevin is, where you're working, you have multiple people, you have over 400 people in your chat that would like to get on with you, would like to talk with you to get some help, and you have this individual that's being stubborn, of course you're going to end the call and get to the next person.
I understand that, but
Because
that's an excuse. That's
okay.
Excuse.
So am I going to sit and wait on this person to stop being stubborn,
Mm-hmm.
or am I going to help the other 400 people that are waiting on the line that are willing?
There was only one more person on the line.
No, there was one more person that he was doing.
Okay. That's it.
No,
There.
but you have to put in mind there's 400 other people that had the opportunity to get help, and you're wasting their time because they're not and not only that, you're being stubborn, and the people that are waiting to hop on live with me aren't even learning anything from this situation because there's nothing that's getting done. You're being socially awkward. You're not answering questions, so it's just a waste of time.
How about this though?
Hey, but look, man.
Fine.
Let's end the video like this. Go ahead and hit that subscribe on your left-hand side of your screen.
Hello.
Like, comment, and share, man. This completes another video by your boy, George and the Roddy Bo.